Hello everybody, and welcome to this presentation on HDR Industry Engagement and Placements. My name is Catherine Ennis. I'm the Higher Degree Research Industry Engagement and Placements Manager, which is a bit of a mouthful. I started in the support and development team mid-2018, and the opportunities that I work with is helping our HDR candidates be more exposed to opportunities that could get them opportunities in the corporate workplace or other opportunities while they are completing their studies in Macquarie University. So this is a relatively new role, and the opportunities I'm going to be showing you today are the things that I've worked on so far, but we do hope for more things to come along as we develop more programs, get more involved in certain programs that are relevant to your needs. So what we'll cover in this particular presentation is HDR Intern. This is specifically for PhD candidates right now. Industry Mentoring Network in STEM, which is IMNIS, that is also for PhD candidates, and the MRES 701 PACE in Research academic unit, and then how do you find more information. Keep in mind that while the first two things are opportunities for PhD candidates, it's good to know if you are a Masters of Research student what may be ahead of you, what may be available for you when or if you go into a PhD. So these are things to keep in mind while you're on that pathway. So HDR Intern, it was formerly Australian Mathematical Sciences Institute, or AMSI for short, and because it's all disciplines now, it was changed to HDR Intern. And this is available to all disciplines. We've had quite a number of students who are candidates who have come from the Faculty of Science and Engineering so far. Our students are covered by university insurance, which ensures that you are in a safe place, that all risks have been mitigated. That's how we can be part of this program. In order to complete it, you need to ensure that you're eligible. So there's an internship cover sheet that's available on the HDRO website that's completed by you before you start your internship. At the moment, there is a 20% cap on international candidates, and 40% of female candidates are preferred. In saying that, because there's a high number of companies that are looking for candidates, that 20% cap on international candidates may be a little bit more flexible. We have a high number of organisations that are going to HDR Intern looking for PhD candidates that can do sometimes research projects specifically, so they're an ongoing research project, but often it's a business challenge they're facing, and they want to get help from a PhD student who has the skills to do the project. And sometimes the project doesn't necessarily is not an engineering project per se, but you may have maybe an engineering student, for instance, and have the skills to do the project that they require. And I'll allude to this later on when I talk about a previous internship that one of our students have taken part in. There's also opportunities within the Defence Innovation Network. If an organisation is a member of it, they also get an extra discount. But as you can see there, most of the time at the end of the day, an organisation will pay $13,000 to work with a PhD student for 5 months. So there's just some ideas of pricing, and it's important that you see the pricing as well, because there's a number of different ways that somebody can be involved with HDR Intern. And I'd like to say there are 3 different ways. It can be HDR Intern themselves get contacted by companies. They go and find companies that want to host candidates, and you can apply directly to the opportunities on their website. But we also encourage our own staff and students to come to us with their contacts. You may be coming to Macquarie University with an extensive industrial network, so you might have people who you know that may be able to host you on a 3 to 5 month internship. Or your your academic supervisor, they may also have industry partners who would be happy to host a student. And it's important that you're aware, because often communications would go out and we can't assume that everybody gets to see them in various newsletters or various forums, and in a way we would like our candidates to be empowered to bring this to their academic supervisor's attention, and because there's an opportunity for everybody. The industry partner gets 50% rebate from the government, so they front up about 26,000, but at the end of the internship they will get a 50% rebate, which in effect means they only need to pay 13,000. In the meantime, the PhD student will be paid $3,000 per month as a stipend. The academic mentor, and that's the supervisor, most likely in Macquarie's case, who signs off on your project proposal, they will work with you and the partner to develop a good project plan. And for their guidance during that program, they get a $5,500 payment as well. And then there's an administration cost that goes to HDR Intern. So in all cases here, there's an opportunity. It's a very mutually beneficial opportunity for the student, for the academic staff member, and for the company that's involved. Just in November last year, we had a lunchtime event, a pizza event, with 5 departments from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. And just to give you an idea of the kind of events we've had here, what we had was a panel discussion that included the business development representative from HDR Intern with a current HDR Intern employer, Dr. Cameron Ferris, Inventia Life Science. We had a former candidate who did an internship with Avis Budget, and Tracy Rushmer, who's the Associate Dean, who was supervisor for 2 HDR interns. So it gave an insight from everybody who was involved, the partner, the student, and the staff member. And what was interesting, I found about Puya's particular internship was that he was an engineering student who applied for a project that didn't look on the face of it like an engineering student was required. His data analytic skills were what they really needed, and he was able to look at what he has been able to do, what he has done in his studies, and say, I can do that particular internship with Avis Budget because of what I can do. So I would encourage you to look at that when you have an opportunity to look at the website, and I'll give you a link later on to see where you can find more information about HDR Intern. But it's important, if you are looking at something like that, that you think about your skills broadly and how they could apply in very different ways, not just your discipline-specific department that you're attached to. In 2019, we hope to do a lot more promotion. We will be working with them till the end of 2020 and beyond, hopefully, if funding is extended. Moving on to the Industry Mentoring Network in STEM. The IMNIS program, it's been running for the last 2 to 3 years. It's a national program and currently in 5 states and 14 universities, and I think that's going to keep on growing. It's a 12-month formal mentoring program, and the mentors and mentees get to meet at least once a month in person or online. And this year we have been involved in 2 program streams, Energy Minerals and MedTech Pharma. Now that generally means that students are coming from scientific backgrounds. However, we do have students who have applied from the Faculty of Arts and Faculty of Business who have a background or a very specific interest in working in these 2 stream areas, and that's what is needed also, to have a skill set that is required by this industry and that you have an interest in working in these industries. So even though MedTech Pharma on the face of it may look like biology, human sciences, or I need to have chemistry, we have computing students who are working in MedTech who are part of this program and are applying their IT skills to this particular area because they need people with those skill sets. So don't look at it as if, well, I'm not a geologist, I'm not this. It could be that you have a particular skill set and more information is available on which skill sets are required in these particular areas. It is more focused on second year PhD candidates because first year might be a bit too early while you're getting to grips with your studies and getting things in line, and third year, if you're progressing well and you're on target to submit your thesis, third year again wouldn't probably be the most ideal time, so it is targeted at second year PhD candidates mostly. And the whole premise is that it's connecting you with people who are in the industry, and a lot of people in the industry are looking to connect with talent who want to grow their industry. So they want to make sure that they're speaking to people, letting them know about the opportunities in their industry. It isn't a job placement program. It's basically looking at professional development. They may look at your resume. They may say, suggest areas of professional development, but it is building your network. And there is a cost for our office. Our office pays for the program fee, and there's a small fee per student, and that usually can be, we can identify areas to fund that fee at a later stage, and we usually ask for an expression of interest in, let's say, the first half of the year. Sometimes IMNIS will have a state level event where you can network and meet other mentees and other mentors, but mostly they facilitate this by their online platform. That's the Mentor Loop platform, which connects you with your mentor online, and then you're free to arrange a face-to-face meeting or a phone call, and more information is available from their particular website. This is just a snapshot of what our mentees look like this year. We have faculties, as I said, we have Faculty of Arts, we have Faculty of Human Sciences, we have a number of 20 this year, and the streams mostly to medtech, pharma, energy, minerals. You can see the broadness of it, and their mentors are coming from organisations like Johnson & Johnson, Monomic, SpeedX and others. And along the way, in addition to the support you get from IMNIS, we, as part of this team, we also do monthly meetings and workshops to make sure that you're getting the best out of the mentee experience, find out if there's any issues, any challenges that we can help assist with, and also maybe look at, getting the most out of that experience. So is there particular communication or presentation skills that are core to the experience, and also just sharing with other mentees on their experience and how they're getting on. We had one at the end of last year, and it was really good to hear how people are getting on with their mentors. There was one particular mentee who said that they had connected with their mentor, and their mentor's spouse actually was in an area that was really interesting to them as well, and they had even broadened their network just by that particular opportunity. So in a way, she almost gets two for the price of one in that particular program. So there's opportunities that you don't know that are there until you try, I suppose, is the teaching point on that. And I don't know if there's anything else to say about IMNIS. It is available for international students. It doesn't really matter if you're domestic or international. So that's all from that. That was a collaboration that we have with the University of South Australia. We are also doing a short research project, and that is also ensuring that we are able to measure the impact of the program and ensure its success and that it continues, because it's a great opportunity for PhD candidates to get to broaden their networks outside of the university itself. Finally, I'll speak about MRes 701 Pace in Research, and you'll hear more from this from Juliet Lum in her presentation. I work with Juliet in terms of identifying industry placements, opportunities for Masters of Research students to get involved with research placements. So this particular one is available for first year students in the Masters. So if you're enrolled in the Bachelor of Philosophy or Masters of Research in first year, second half, session 2, there's an opportunity to enroll in this particular unit. And it's a great way, again, of broadening your network, building your employability skills, enriching your research capabilities, and enhancing your resume. You get to really apply those research skills that you start to take on board from session 1 and apply it. And then sometimes people take it forward into their final year thesis the following year. There's no requirement to do that, but sometimes it's a great way of thinking, well, I've seen a small part of this particular research, I'd like to bring it forward and expand on it further. So there's great opportunities there with this particular unit. In terms of finding more information, we have our student-facing web page, where you'll see the page where it has my contact details in it. And there's also the iLearn page. Once you have that link, you can self-enroll into that particular page. And in the announcement sections, we put up a lot of things that we hear about. So it's good to sign up to a daily digest, so you get the emails immediately when we put something up there. There's a particular setting on your iLearn that you should have a little look at, just to make sure you get daily digest rather than weekly ones, because then sometimes the deadline will close and you won't get there in time. And just to close out with other opportunities, because I've started this position in mid-2018 and we've started on these few particular programs, I feel like there will be more to come. 2019 I feel will be a great year of growth, and you should keep in contact with us with anything that you have in mind, especially if you have a particular internship or an opportunity you want to look into further. Please get in touch. I'd be very happy